There seems to be no stopping SM Prime Holdings, as it has sustained its income growth and continues to push for major projects worth billions of pesos. When it comes to its earnings, SM Prime recorded an 11% increase in its first-half net income to an all-time high of 24.5 billion pesos from the 22.1 billion pesos of the same period last year. For full year 2024, SM Prime reported its highest-ever consolidated net income of 45.6 billion pesos, increasing by 14% from 40 billion pesos in 2023. The double-digit improvement was driven by higher contributions from all its business segments. Furthermore, the consolidated revenues of SM Prime for full year 2024 went up by 10% to an all-time high of 140.4 billion pesos from 128.1 billion pesos. This was attributed to higher rental income, real estate sales, and revenues from services and experiential offerings. SM Prime's mall operations accounted for the largest share of earnings at 69%, followed by residential projects at 21%, office and warehouse segment contributed 7%, and hotels and convention centers accounted for 3% of total income. This is what SM Prime President Jeffrey C. Lim said about the company's performance in the first 6 months of the current year. The redevelopment and new attractions at our flagship Mall of Asia drove strong foot traffic and tenant sales. Robust consumer activity and improving business confidence also lifted contributions across our portfolio. Backed by its profitability, SM Prime is pursuing key projects that will ensure its long-term sustained growth. The company recently announced that it is investing 1.7 billion pesos to build the SMX Center for International Trade and Exhibitions, or SMX site. It will have an area of 18,000 square meters. This will position Metro Manila as a go-to venue in Southeast Asia for international trade expositions. SM Prime said SMX site would rise within the SM Mall of Asia or MOA complex by the first quarter of 2027. It will feature 2 buildings that can accommodate international trade shows, product launches, corporate gatherings, and large-scale consumer exhibitions. Once finished, SMX site and the existing SMX Convention Center Manila will have a combined space of 35,000 square meters. Currently, SM Prime's convention portfolio also includes SMX Aura in Taguig, SMX Bacolod, SMX Davao, SMX Clark, SMX Olongapo, Sky Hall Seaside Cebu, and Megatrade Hall in SM Megamall. Another major project of SM Prime is Project 360, or the company's 360-hectare reclamation project in Pasay City. SM Prime intends to finish the horizontal development of Project 360 by the end of this year. The spending for Project 360 is around 25 billion pesos, making it the biggest project of SM Prime. The partner for the project is the Pasay City government. This is what SM Prime President Jeffrey C. Lim said about Project 360. Project 360 is our most ambitious integrated property development today. It will have a smart city and climate-resilient features to enhance livability, improve mobility, and retain value beyond the present generation. However, the stock price of SM Prime went down significantly from the latter part of September last year, and this was caused more by macroeconomic factors like gross domestic product or GDP growth below the government's expectation. To recall, Philippine GDP increased by 5.2% in the third quarter of 2024, or the weakest in 5 quarters. Also, Philippine GDP growth settled at 5.7% for full year 2024, which is below the government's target of 6% to 7%. The government would revise downwards in June its GDP growth target for 2025 to 5.5% to 6% due to global challenges, among them the uncertainty caused by the new tariff policy of the United States. For this year, Philippine GDP growth settled at 5.4% in the first quarter and 5.5% in the second quarter, which are at the lower range of the revised government target of 5.5% to 6%. According to data from the PSEI, over a 12-month period, the highest closing price of SM Prime stocks was at 33.45 pesos in late September 2024, and the lowest closing price was at 21.70 pesos in late June. Its price also closed at below 22 pesos per share in late April. Before making your move to invest in SM Prime stocks, let us remember one of the most popular quotes of billionaire investor Warren Buffett. If you aren't thinking about owning a stock for 10 years, don't even think about owning it for 10 minutes. Analyzing from what Warren Buffett said, SM Prime is still a very good investment, even if the price of its shares has gone down over the last 12 months. And this graph from the website of Market Watch shows that over the last more than 20 years or from 1995, the price of SM Prime shares has increased from around 3 pesos to above 23 pesos in recent trading days. This means that the price of SM Prime shares gradually increased by about 760% over a more than 20-year period, or from January 1995 to August this year. And judging by the sustained profitability of SM Prime and the company's ambitious expansion projects, it is a wise move to start studying on investing in the company's shares as a medium and long-term investment.